Muwira, who is the Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Trade of the Republic of Zimbabwe. All honorable ministers who are represented here, you are recognized. And I would like to recognize also His Excellency Mr. Elias Makhosi, the Executive Secretary of SADC. We do have also senior officials from the SADC member states that are present here, secretariat staff and members of the media. You are all very welcome to this meeting, official opening of the extraordinary SADC Summit of Heads of State and Government. Our program will be as follows. We will start with introductory remarks from the Executive Secretary of SADC, His Excellency Mr. Elias Mpedi Makhosi, who will then invite the Chairperson of SADC, His Excellency Dr. Emmerson Dambuzo Mnangagwa, to deliver welcome remarks and officially open the meeting. Thereafter, we would request the press to be excused so that the meeting can continue in closed session, and we will have a moment with the press again during the closing session where the communique will be delivered. At this point, allow me to invite the Executive Secretary of SADC, His Excellency Mr. Elias Makhosi, to deliver the remarks.
Thank you very much, Ms. Barbara Lopi, our Director of Proceedings. Your Excellency, Dr. Emmerson Dambuzo Mnangagwa, President of the Republic of Zimbabwe and Chairperson of SADC. Your Excellency, Mr. Andry Rajoelina, President of the Republic of Madagascar and incoming Chairperson of SADC. Your Excellency, Dr. Samia Suluhu Hassan, President of the United Republic of Tanzania and Chairperson of the Organ on Politics, Defense and Security Cooperation. Your Excellencies, Heads of State and Government and their representatives, Honorable Professor Amon Murirwa, the Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Trade of the Republic of Zimbabwe and the Chairperson of the SADC Council of Ministers, Honorable Ministers and Deputy Ministers in our midst, senior officials and heads of our security institutions, members of the Fourth Estate, ladies and gentlemen, a very good afternoon to you all. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
It is a great honor and privilege, Your Excellencies, for me to welcome you to this extraordinary summit of heads of state and government of the Southern African Development Community, or SADC, here in Harare, Republic of Zimbabwe, the land of wonders. This summit has been convened urgently to discuss the deteriorating security situation in Eastern DRC. It is a situation that requires to restore normalcy and ensure security of the SADC mission in the Democratic Republic of Congo, SAMI DRC, the FRDC, and the civilians in the area of operation. First and foremost, I would like to express my profound gratitude to His Excellency Dr. Emmerson Dambuzo Mnangagwa, the President of the Republic of Zimbabwe and our Chair, for convening and hosting this extraordinary SADC Summit at short notice. It is the second extraordinary SADC Summit in a space of about 2 months to discuss the situation in Eastern DRC, following an earlier extraordinary SADC Summit held on 20th November of last year. We extend our heartfelt gratitude to the Chairperson of SADC, His Excellency Dr. Mnangagwa, the government, and the people of the Republic of Zimbabwe for consistently stepping up to host our head of state and government at such short notices. I also wish to thank all heads of state and government for sparing time from their very tight and demanding schedules to attend this crucial meeting. Your presence here today reflects your undeniable concern to the situation in DRC and the collective desire by yourselves for a swift and worthwhile intervention at the very highest level of our regional organization. Before I proceed with my introductory remarks, I wish to take this opportunity to recognize and extend our warmest welcome, Your Excellencies, and heartfelt congratulations to His Excellency Mr. Daniel Francisco Chapo, President of the Republic of Mozambique, for assuming the highest office in Mozambique on the 15th of January this year as the country's 5th President. Your Excellency, we look forward to benefit from your wisdom, your counsel, and valuable insights to sharpen and enhance our region's integration and development agenda, including matters of peace, security, and stability in our region. We welcome you, sir. Your Excellencies, SADC has been a long-standing partner and a staunch advocate for lasting peace, security, and stability in Eastern DRC. It will be recalled that in December of 2023, our region deployed the SAMI DRC to support the government of the DRC to restore peace and security in the eastern part of the country. It is also worth noting that way before the deployment of SAMI DRC, SADC troop contributing countries, namely Malawi, South Africa, and United Republic of Tanzania, had been active in Eastern DRC since 2013 as part of the Force Intervention Brigade under the auspices of MONUSCO, still to restore peace and security. Throughout this period, SADC has remained one of the guarantors of peace, security, and cooperation framework for DRC and the Great Lakes region, which aims to build stability by addressing the root causes of conflict in Eastern DRC. Our regional support has always been grounded on the principles enshrined in the SADC Treaty, the SADC Protocol on Politics, Defense and Security Cooperation, and the SADC Mutual Defense Pact, which place responsibility on our regional body to maintain peace and stability as the necessary preconditions for the attainment of sustainable development and regional integration. Your Excellencies, in the last few weeks, we have witnessed intensified attacks by the M23 group on SAMI DRC and the armed forces of the DRC bases, leading to the loss of 16 members of our troops and multiple casualties, now more than 70 as we speak. All these attacks came against the backdrop of an agreed ceasefire, which was brokered through the Luanda process led by His Excellency João Manuel Gonçalves Lorenzo, the President of the Republic of Angola and the African Union champion for peace and reconciliation in the continent. With its consistent support for political and diplomatic interventions to resolve the conflict, SADC had hoped that the said ceasefire would yield a meaningful and visible cessation of hostilities in Eastern DRC to prevent more losses and improve the dire humanitarian situation in the area. I wish to report to Excellencies that I have been in constant communication with the leadership of SAMI DRC, including this morning, and we must appreciate that despite all devastating attacks on SAMI DRC operational bases, our troops have successfully defended their positions. We commend the leadership of SAMI DRC and the men and women who serve under the SAMI DRC for their resilience, commitment, devotion to the noble cause of restoring peace and security in the country and the SADC region at large. I wish to extend our sincere condolences to the countries and families of those who lost their lives in the mission. We also wish a speedy recovery to those troops who are injured. I wish to sincerely thank all member states for their solidarity, sacrifice, and support to the summit DRC, and by extension to the people of the Democratic Republic of Congo. Your Excellencies, the agenda of this summit has been informed by the outcome of the extraordinary summit of the Organ Troika, plus troop contributing countries, and the Democratic Republic of Congo, which was held on the 28th of this month under the leadership of Her Excellency Dr. Samia Suluhu Hassan, the President of the United Republic of Tanzania, as the chairperson of the organ. Given the urgency and gravity of the current security situation in the DRC, the Extraordinary Organ Troika Summit felt the need for this summit to reevaluate our collective response towards the restoration of peace and security in the DRC. I have no doubt, Your Excellencies, that decisions from this summit will reflect our long-standing commitment and support to the people of the DRC and our broader quest to make a meaningful impact on security and stability in the region and in the continent. Your Excellencies, this region has been known for its peaceful coexistence or peaceful existence and remains a beacon of hope for citizens of our countries and for our continent, which is plagued by conflict and instability in other parts. SADC must do all it can to protect and preserve this peace that is so elusive nowadays and very costly to restore once lost. I believe that a great deal of our focus and efforts should be targeted at sustainable solutions that build on this very foundation that has consistently defined our region. With these few remarks, please allow me, Your Excellencies, to humbly invite the chairperson of SADC, His Excellency Dr. Emmerson Dambuzo Mnangagwa, the President of the Republic of Zimbabwe, to officially open the Extraordinary Summit. Thank you very much. Merci beaucoup. Muito obrigado. Asante sana. Tatenda siyabonga.
Thank you very much, Executive Secretary. In absentia, His Majesty King Mswati III, King of the Kingdom of Eswatini, Your Excellency Marcelina, President of the Republic of Madagascar, and incoming Chairperson of SADC, Your Excellency João Lourenço, President of the Republic of Angola and outgoing Chairperson of SADC, Your Excellency Dr. Samia Hassan, President of the United Republic of Tanzania and Chairperson of the Organ on Politics, Defense and Security Cooperation, Your Excellency Dr. Lazarus Chakwera, President of the Republic of Malawi and the incoming Chairperson of the organ, Your Excellency Mr. Hakainde Hichilema, President of the Republic of Zambia and outgoing Chairperson of the organ, Your Excellencies, Heads of State and Government, and Honorable Ministers who are here, the SADC Executive Secretary, Your Excellency Mr. Elias Magose, ladies and gentlemen, comrades and friends, Your Excellencies, may I begin by warmly welcoming you back to Zimbabwe for this extraordinary summit to discuss the dire situation in the Eastern DRC. I thank you all for taking time to attend this meeting, which was convened on short notice. I trust that you have found the facilities available to you suitable. I extend a special revolutionary welcome to His Excellency Comrade Daniel Francisco Chapo, the President of the Republic of Mozambique. As a region, we look forward to working with you in enhancing regional peace, security, and integration, as well as our collective development agenda for our region. Your Excellencies, regrettably, since our last meeting, very little progress has been made in our search for lasting peace in the Eastern DRC, which is now characterized by escalating hostilities and conflict. This culminated in the unfortunate and atrocious attacks carried out on our mission in Goma that claimed the lives of several Sami DRC and MONUSCO peacekeepers, while others sustained serious injuries. On behalf of SADC, the government and people of the Republic of Zimbabwe, and indeed on my own behalf, I wish to convey our heartfelt condolences and deepest sympathies to the member states and families of the brave men and women their lives in the service of the people of DRC, the SADC region, and indeed the cause of continental and world peace. Our condolences also extend to the families of the non-combatant victims who have lost their lives as a result of this conflict. May the souls of the departed rest in eternal peace. May I invite us all to rise as we observe a moment of silence in honor of our fallen grandsons and daughters.
May we take our seats.
Your Excellencies, last November 2024, we met in an extraordinary session endorsing the extension of Summit DRC. We meet today to seek lasting solutions to the challenges faced in the Eastern DRC. I commend the contributions made by fellow member states and the SADC Secretariat in ensuring our collective security. May we as member states continue to do all we can to support our gallant men and women in the theater of operations and ensure that Summit DRC achieves its important objective. Your Excellencies, I wish to thank the chairperson of the SADC Troika, Her Excellency President Samia Hassan, and the other members of the Troika, as well as troop contributing countries, for having convened in Dar es Salaam to deliberate on this important matter. As we deliberate on our firm and united response, let us not overlook the humanitarian crisis stemming from the prevailing armed conflict in Eastern DRC. The plight of the millions of internally displaced populations cannot and should not be ignored. SADC appreciates the support rendered by international cooperating partners in response to the critical needs of the displaced populations. However, more must be done to alleviate that situation. The people of the Eastern DRC have suffered for far too long. Further, SADC condemns in the strongest terms the attacks by aggressor forces. While we pause to mourn our loss, our resolve to ensure collective security cannot be shaken. The importance of dialogue and peace building for the benefit of the people of the Eastern DRC must be boldly pursued. To this end, our region stands ready to intensify our efforts to protect the SADC citizens from all forms of instability, in line with the SADC Mutual Defense Pact. The peace and security of our region is a shared obligation. I therefore call upon us all to leverage on this important meeting by engaging in frank and fact-based deliberations. Our political will must be strengthened towards a concrete and actionable roadmap that will help accelerate the realization of peace in the Eastern DRC. I wish the summit fruitful deliberations. With these remarks, it is my distinct pleasure and honor to declare this extraordinary summit officially open. I thank you.
Thank you, Your Excellency. Distinguished Excellencies, invited guests, members of the media, we've come to the end of the opening ceremony. We will now allow their Excellencies to continue in a closed session. And at this point, we are requesting the members of the press for the state to be excused. Thank you. Also, just to announce that this meeting, attendance to this meeting is on that are more than 1 + 5. The excess may also be excused. Thank you.
What is the SADC we want?
Can you hear me? 1, 2, testing. Can you hear me? Well, those are remarks from
kabambe kwa shule na vyuo vya elimu ya juu. Unapata matangazo ya wiki kwa bei nafuu kabisa. Vile vile tunatoa ofa kwa bei ndogo sana ya matangazo ya moja kwa moja kwa shughuli za mahafali ya shule za msingi, sekondari na vyuo. Kwa mawasiliano piga simu nambari 0674384236 na 0763400050 au 0713611816. Hapa Channel 10, kilicho bora kabisa. Elimu Ofa.
Miaka 60 watu wanasema serikali haijafanya chochote. Hapana. Hapa palikuwa bonde la mpunga. Sasa hivi unaona alama sakafu. Watu wanaendelea. Sisi sawa na wengine. Kwa mfano Netherlands, Uholanzi, wao wametengeneza bahari, wametia udongo na nini, wakatengeneza garden, wanauza maua. Yule Mwarabu kule Jamaria Dubai, Palm Jamaria, ametengeneza nini, afanya hoteli. Lakini sasa sisi tumetengeneza bonde la mpunga hili, limekuwa sasa barabara na watu wanaendelea na maendeleo vizuri. Miaka 60 imepita, watu wanasema Tanzania haijafanya kitu chochote. Ila mimi sina maneno mengi. Nao wenyeji ambao watakuja, tafadhali niambatane na mimi, twendeni. Niko na ndugu yangu kwa jina Muharam Gogo aka Uncle Tom, niko Mikocheni na mwenyeji wangu hapa nimekutana naye. Bwana, watambulisha vijana.
Karibu sana bwana. Mimi naitwa bwana Mohamed Hussein.
Mohamed Hussein. Mimi shida yangu ni kwa moja tu, nilikuwa nataka unieleze hapa Mikocheni kama palivyo. Maana naona hali nzuri manene. Ilikuwaje hali ya zamani katika kipindi cha nyuma? Kwa sababu hapa tuko katika kipindi cha tulipotoka na tulipo sasa.
Tunakuelekea.
Hebu niambie mzee wangu.
Mikocheni bwana ambao umekuta leo. Kwanza alhamdulillah. Tumekuta Mikocheni ambayo kidogo na afueni inaweza kaingilika. Mikocheni ambayo unaijua kulisikia wewe. Sio hii ambayo iko leo.
Wakati mwingine tunasikia
Mikocheni ilikuwa kutoka kule kituo cha chama. Hii barabara kwa Kititi.
Wakati nakuja natokea kwenye barabara kubwa, nilikuwa naona natembea kwenye lami na teleza zakafu. Kwa hiyo mambo ni sasa hivi au ndio zamani?
Sio zamani. Ndio zamani sio kwa tunalalamika.
Sawa.
Ni muda mfupi hata mwaka hajachukua.
Bado hajafika hata mwaka.
Hata mwaka hajachukua. Ndio maana tunajivunia kwamba tunashukuru.